All right, let's rock and roll.
Okay, don't say that out online. All right, let's start with, let's start here. Make versus buy. Again, what we mean by that is, what's the decision process criteria to make something, or do you go out and have someone else make it and buy it from outside? So let's use that topic first. Sandra, Jason, Ramona, who's the spokesperson?
Okay.
And I'm just going to jot down some bullets here. Okay.
First thing that jumped out to me was the cost. I mean, what it might cost you to produce it yourself or go outside, you know,
Okay.
and have the services produced.
Cost to produce is a decision you have to determine, okay?
Another thing is we came across building partnerships. I mean, again, it's like another business might be stronger than the weakness. It's something that you really want the weekend. Also, SEC knowledge. You know, when we came through. And then also reputation. Well, actually, the reputation of the actual company itself, or someone else that you very well might list the service to. Common practices, you know, for like both using some of the product. So those
Can we get a example?
oh, glad you asked. Yeah. No, we got it out of chapter 4. No, correction, chapter 2. Chapter 2.
Okay, I'll share it a little something. Very good question. All right, very good. So again, decisions that one needs to take into consideration: money, cost, partnership with someone else. You have the skill set, the knowledge, reputation of the supplier, and I'm glad that they brought this one up, common customer base. You may have a common customer base, but it's exactly both. Another one I would add is time frame. What's the time frame for this product? Is it more cost effective to just have it done outside because they can do it quicker than you can, based off your resources or lack thereof resources? So time frame and resources, right? Okay, let me open it up to the rest of the class. Is there anything else on this topic that needs to be brought out?
What do you mean by common customer base?
Jason?
Well, I'm glad that. No, basically when you look at, like Ken just stated, I mean, you might have a product, you know, that you and another company can produce together, so to speak. Well, take that back. You guys might have like,
I can give an example.
okay, give me an example.
I mean, if you look at laptops, right? You know, Dell makes what? They don't make the laptop, they make the processor, so they partner with Toshiba or HP. So you have a common customer base.
And it benefits you both
Right.
to
That's just an example because I saw a laptop, but that's what we would say.
add value to each other.
Right, you need each other, is what you're saying.
Another example that we thought of too is like if you want to leverage the same customer base, it's kind of like what Walmart does with their providing of food and refreshments. They bring in like Subway and Target and
Well,
Pizza Hut
that's a very good
products.
example.
And so that way you kind of are sharing the same customer base and you're bringing in customers either for the food or maybe they'll shop, or if they shop, maybe they'll get food.
That's a very good example. Right. Yeah, because they're going to buy things and they're going to go. They're going to buy things and they're going to go basement. Where they're going to buy things, they have a dry cleaner. They buy glasses, or donuts, or whatever. That's a very good example. Yeah. Target has a Starbucks. And a lot of them. Same thing.
Yeah, Pizza Huts or Domino's too. I think they have like pizza places.
Sometimes, right.
I'm sure that's one owner that just.
Yeah. Yeah, they lease the space.
And you never know. I mean, to a regular customer, you would
Right.
never know.
And they lease the space from them.
What about like, another one would be like Joe's and Pizza, I think.
Yeah, the grocery stores have the banks in them.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, very good job. let's, we'll hold off on supplier management, let's just hear from someone else. Let's go to, right here, pre-award. So don't talk about RFPs yet. Pre-award phase.
We can get some other plans.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, Rick.
First off, the two pages to keep in consideration are page 100 and 101. There are 4 key actions during the award, the pre-award phase, and that's clearly stating your objectives. Okay. Identifying the sources and nature of uncertainties about achieving those objectives. Defining and assessing risk. And making the decision about the course of action. And you can always make sure that to take the perspective of both the buyer and the seller on that as well. It's very important to know. And then you can actually even go further into the actual contract comparisons of methods, like competitive bidding versus competitive proposals or negotiations, or the single source negotiations. I can go much further.
Right, no, those are the examples, that's very good. And there's other ones, okay?
Overall, if you also need to reference other material, if you look through the week 3 lecture, it'll give you some really good diagrams to kind of follow kind of within that process. With page 100, identify the best practices for both the buyer and the seller, including where even the seller is going to need to work on deciding that bid, no bid practice through their whole process. There was a big stress for both sides to identify the terms and conditions that are going to be favorable for both sides, and really truly using this part of the phase to identify the procedures that are going to take you through the negotiating, and bidding process.
Okay. Fellow classmates, anything else for pre-award that needs to be brought up? We're not talking about the RFP, so excluding that for right now. I'll add one item here. Is, I don't want to add this too much because I want to take P5's names, but like roles, from the buyer and seller's perspective. Again, I probably didn't bring it up, drawn out there, but I just want to make sure that that's addressed as well. Okay. Single source. Again, these are it's not an exhaustive list that Rick stated. Bidding process, single source, you have competitive. Again, there's references in that 100 to 101 of various methods of bidding. Okay, the one illustration we had was what? Comparing competitive bidding, what's the process for that versus single source or sole source.
It's figure 8 in the lecture of week 3.
Yeah, it's week 3. Yep. All right. We'll just continue. Let's go to, let's jump over here, roles and responsibilities. It's a good add-in. So I remember the same as parents, sorry, who's the spokesperson for that? Roles and responsibilities.
Terrence did rules and responsibilities.
Okay.
Okay, that's chapter 4.
Okay.
And this talks about the separating the contract manager and project manager. Yeah.
Okay.
Contract management is represented by 3 professional associations, which is the National Contract Management Association, or the NCMA. That focuses on U.S. government contracting and commercial management, both buying and selling. The ISM, which is the Institute of Supply Management, which does commercial purchasing, and the International Association of Contract and Commercial Management. Project management is represented by the Project Management Institute, or PMI, the International Project Management Association, and the IPMA, which is predominantly European.
Okay.
Also, they have only the NCMA, ISM, IA, CCM, and PMI